Hey Wanderers, and welcome back to the Wandering Gamer Network Play Spider-Man. I'm Zach.
And I'm Mandy.
We're getting close to the home stretch now, Mandy.
Woo! Alright, so I think we figured out that we did 2 missions.
We got 3 left.
And we got 3 left, so we'll see. Oh, timer. I'm gonna be smart this time.
You don't want to be. You don't want to live like your husband who doesn't believe in timers.
Right.
Cooking things. Have you started a timer? No, I'm keeping an eye on it.
Oh my
Are
gosh,
you?
that drives me
Are you?
absolutely. You know, if it's like a 5-minute thing, it doesn't bother me because it's like I get that he's like doing stuff in the kitchen and he's gonna check it. If it's like a 20 to 30 minutes or more, it's like you're not gonna check it. You're gonna forget about it. You know how I know you're gonna forget about it? Because you forget about things.
Every time.
Oh no.
It's
another stealth.
It is. I told you there were 2 out of the 5 remaining.
Well, at least we seem to be getting them done pretty early.
Yeah. I liked the last fight.
I like her outfit.
It is cute. It looks like something Caitlyn would wear, and I know that feels.
Yeah, no. Well, especially I think the scarf.
The scarf and like the dope, like I don't know, like the cami under a scarf just is very Caitlyn.
I think it wouldn't be like a leather jacket though. It'd be like a cardigan.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's her library. It's the librarian's leather jacket.
Yeah.
You know, a cardigan. Right. I don't think. I mean, Caitlyn and I could cosplay, or she could cosplay Mary Jane for
Right.
Gen Con. Man, that feels way too relevant now.
Right.
With the coronavirus going around right now.
Yeah. You know, I know that, like, generally it's just that we need to all be, like, washing our hands and be careful and all that. That doesn't make it any less,
Yeah, no, I get that.
freaky? Is that the right
Do
word?
people really not wash their hands that much is my concern, honestly.
Huh.
Like, 'cause I washed my hands before, and I'm being a little bit extra zealous now. You know, like, I'm making sure I wash for, like, 20 seconds, you know, and really
Yeah.
scrub my hands just because...
I will admit with Graham, I've been very judicious with just, like, I use wipes because when he gets really messy, it's very easy to just use baby wipes. But
Yeah.
I need to go get some like fragrance-free, baby-friendly soap or something and just start keeping that so we can use it.
Yeah, my concern really with the thing is, like, both Caitlyn and I work in colleges and Rowan goes to daycare, so I'm like, if these weren't breeding grounds for germs anyway, you know.
Right. Well, and like we're at the point at the moment where it's like I don't want to not be living life, you know what I mean? Where it's like
Right, like, and like, things...
I took Graham to the children's museum, you know? Like we're not going
Right.
to like
And, like-
until there is a legitimate safety concern at like I'm going to take him to that. I'm going to take him to my gym so I can go work out tomorrow. I'm going to
Right.
take him to
Well, and...
his gym so he can get wiggles out. And thank goodness we're almost to the point where it's warm enough that he can just run outside. But still.
Yeah. And right, like, we live in the part of the country that is not really affected by it yet.
No, we're not on the coasts.
Right, which is where it is, you know. The coast closest to China, and then the biggest city in the world
Yeah.
have a lot of confirmed cases. And a lot being relative, you know.
Yeah.
So this is like this is clever and all, but does no one notice, like, the elevator closing and then going up when no one's in it?
All right.
Like, doesn't that just seem weird? Whatever.
Well, it's not like at least well, I don't know, maybe I don't know if it's one of those where it shows it like up top where it is or has like the thing. But at the if they're not watching that, I could see it just being like it's a background thing.
Yeah.
But at least it's not like those elevators in hotels like have you seen them where they're glass and you can see
Yeah.
them going up and down?
Yes.
So-
That would be pretty funny where she's just, like, hiding behind glass and the person...
It's just like, hi.
uh,
Everybody go get her! Looks like Iron Man's helmet.
close. It's Green Goblins.
Oh, is it going to start talking to us? It's going to start being like, hello. Well, I think that is exactly what that's saying.
But yeah, so Green Goblin might be the villain for game number 2.
I was thinking about that. Excuse me. I was thinking about that recently. Why we hadn't seen Green Goblin yet, because it seemed like it was coming to the end of the game.
Right. Well, it's like it kind of like leads in with like a lot of Norman stuff.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Well, especially with Doc Ock's whole
Right.
backstory.
I thought like, well, especially with him like hating on Norman. I thought it was like, you don't know the evil he's done. And I thought it was gonna be like he's also Green Goblin. Nope, not even kind of.
Huh.
Work order for key padlock. Looks like he used Harry's last day as the code. That must be the day Harry left for Europe.
Woo. I will say this is going a little bit faster because I know where like the hidden stuff that I need to hit is.
Nice.
Where before it's like you have to go through this whole apartment and there's a lot of
Harry could be back any minute. Need to find that keypad code.
and there's a lot of interesting stuff, but
I know he left last summer, but was it July or August? Harry kept a journal. Maybe he recorded it there.
He could be back any minute.
Harry's mom, Emily. We used to make fun of him for calling her the prettiest mom at Midtown, but we might score. This must be the key to Harry's
see, it's kind of funny when you're not exploring the whole place, like looking for a key, and it's like, here's the key.
I like that she's like, oh, he could be back any minute. And then it's like, okay, but realistically, it's going to take everyone else a long time to do all of this.
Can't be for Harry, can it?
Oh no.
What's wrong with Harry?
Harry's journal. His last entry is marked July 18.
Huh? Doctor, wait, like really sick. Doctors think it's the same thing Mom had. Okay, Dad's here. Time to go. I like that. That feels like such a like a middle schooler way to
Yeah.
end a journal.
Yeah.
Mom's here.
I'm going to supervise production.
You will be completely vulnerable without.
I seem to be completely vulnerable with you. I'm going alone. End of discussion.
Why did you hire her then?
Keep Team 2 on
Right.
standby. I'm getting some.
Pete, Norman's cure is ready. He's headed to the
All
lab.
right.
Can you follow?
Not without alerting him. Somebody spiked Sable's coffee today. Her men are set on double secret probation alert.
Okay, then stay ready. I've almost got the location.
How does guy number 2 back there not see you?
He did.
Because, like, one is facing you, one is facing
Right.
the other way. Like, wait a minute.
Pete, Norman's cure is ready. He's headed to the lab it's at now.
Oh, this is the part that's like
Not without alerting him.
kind of annoying.
Spiked Sable's coffee today. Her men are set on double secret probation
Huh.
alert.
Okay, then stay ready. I've almost got the location.
Get rid of that one. No, why are you... Fine. Shock me like an electric field. The other thing that's weird about this game is they never... That was
Huh?
lucky.
Wow.
They never notice when, like, they go down. You know, like, people get knocked out all the time.
Yeah.
But they're just like, okay, whatever.
Wait, someone fell? There's not like a... It's not like Red Dead or Grand Theft Auto where all of a sudden, like...
Your bounty goes up.
Yeah. Like,
Come on,
everybody
come on.
suddenly knows where you are.
Okay, July 18th.
Speaking out loud when there's people around. Ba-ba-ba.
Super creepy. Got the location. Wow. Norman wins the fancy map.
Yeah, no kidding. That is a very fancy map.
Okay.
Dr. Michaels leads the commercial bit. Wow.
All right.
Boom.
Bam.
This is actually a really cool puzzle that you have to, like, you got to find, like, something along the route, you know, like, you have to find the right building and the right route by, like, matching those up.
Yeah.
But I also knew what I was looking for exactly immediately, so that helps with puzzles,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, that's kind of nice, because unless somebody is watching this, or if somebody's watching this and, you know, doesn't know exactly how to do it, you didn't give it away necessarily.
It's Martin Lee as a child.
We'll be right next door. Just relax and
Ooh, that is a creepy camera angle. That was uncomfortable.
Also, like, It's funny when you have high res stuff trying to imitate bad res stuff.
Right?
Like videos did not look at that grainy, or not grainy, but how much static there is. There's also like a high tech testing facility, you know?
Right?
With
Yeah,
the-
yeah, it's like weirdly scratched up.
Ugh.
Well, I'm glad they gave us that
Right.
backstory.
Well, that's why like Otto hates him and Martin Lee hates him,
Yeah.
which doesn't get like I understand like
They started.
Osborn is a bad person.
I have to get this.
There's spiders. There's a lot of spiders.
Who's there?
Oh snap!
Doesn't look behind desk.
Right. Also, are they implying that Norman created Spider-Man too?
No, Norman's interested. Like, well, actually, he does sort of. Like the spider comes from Osborn,
High alert.
like the company.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Isn't that the case too?
Yeah,
Just like-
that's where his powers usually. I don't know if it's always come from. And like Norman's like super like wants to be Spider-Man, like have Spider-Man's powers,
Yeah.
2 avenues over. Say the word and I'm there.
but
Great.
Oh, someone talk? Ah!
keep the motor running. Who said that? What motor?
Oh my gosh. They don't even hear you. It's just. All right.
I'm not gonna complain about
No,
it
no,
just
no.
being
I
easy.
mean, it's making the puzzle a lot easier, but.
Ah! Okay.
Dun
Let's-
dun dun.
Anyway, you got to see the play that goes wrong with your hubby.
Yeah, that was great. Excuse me, I was
It's
a big
real
fan.
good.
I was telling Cody, so I think that the first act was a lot stronger than the second
Yes.
act, but that's mostly because the second act, like you could tell they didn't just want to have the same things happen.
Right. Have you seen that play before?
I have not, but I've
They have guns. They could shoot the wind. Well, I guess they don't want to damage stuff because, like, this is their employer's house.
right.
I think Caitlin has those shoes, honestly. Or shoes similar, you know. I don't think she has leather shoes, but...
MJ, you're crazy.
What a gutsy move. It's funny because
Called it.
the Amazing Spider-Man...
Ha 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 ha. Oh no, what I was saying is I think the second act didn't want to copy what the first act was doing, but also at one point there was like a little bit of a lull right before everyone just started screaming, which I get, like it's the climax of the show, and so it's just like everything's happening and you've got, you know, two people who are playing the same character trying to upstage each other and just like there's so much happening that I'm like I totally get that they couldn't they
Yeah.
needed a breather before that, but I do think it made the first act a lot stronger.
Right. I will say, like, we finished the first act, and I'm like, I don't know how much longer this goes on, because, like, how much more of the stage can be destroyed? And the answer is, a lot.
Yeah, well, and as somebody with a theater background, the thing that like
You find
that like I'll give a lot of props in a lot of different places. One, the physical comedy was on point. Like
They were really good at it. I felt it got a little ridiculous at the end, where the two female leads, however you want to classify
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
were just, like, beating each other with metal objects. and like causing concussions. Like they'd be knocked out and get up 30 seconds later after beating someone's face in with a metal pan.
I mean, I get the point though. So like it was just to create more chaos.
Yeah.
So I have this headcanon where it's like they both were just getting so beat up to the point that like
They weren't really hitting each other, you know.
they weren't really hitting each other, but it also wasn't like making as big of an impact as it did
Right.
when she first had like the door slam into her face. She just got tough, you know. But especially the guy who played the brother Cecil and the gardener, like his like all of his actions were very big because he was playing the actor was playing an actor who was a bad actor on top of playing the character.
Right.
So that was so much fun to watch him just like have all the bad actor like over the top dramatic arm movement. That was so fun.
I think me and Caitlin think the funniest joke within the play, like in the play proper, was the telephone.
The telephone was really good.
The second time.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a very good physical joke.
They did it spectacularly well, where it's like you didn't really see it coming because like they were doing the thing where it's like, oh, they're just gonna have to reach really far, and then it got hilarious.
Yeah.
We also were dying at the beginning where they're like going through like all their like puns, or not puns, but like their joke musicals they've put or plays they've put on.
That was good, yeah.
And
well, and I don't know if you noticed, everybody who was a tech was wearing a shirt for those musicals.
I don't know if we noticed it at the time because they were like, we didn't realize they were part of the play for a bit.
I picked up on it pretty fast, but that's also
Yeah.
I'm trained to look for that kind of stuff, if you want to put it that way.
Right.
But like there was the girl who was walking around who had a techie shirt or like a theater kid shirt that had cat on the back, and I'm like, oh, they're wearing old theater shirts, and Cody's like, that's not an old theater shirt, it said cat, not cat. And then it's like, oh, makes sense.
That was our favorite one, was the cat.
Yeah.
And our production of the Broadway musical Cat.
Oh, and then the stage, of course, like that platform.
That was hilarious.
I was very impressed at how well that was able to be pulled off, because it fell three different times. So there were three different angles and timing and times that had to be timed just right for it to fall. And it just like you gotta imagine the techies in that show are trying to keep it, you gotta be very safe in that. And the fact that they were able to do that is just great.
Yeah. I really had a good time with it, though. I had a few, like, minor complaints, but nothing, like, major.
Yeah. Oh, and then my favorite part of the show was when the guy who was very obviously, like, supposed to be the actor, he reminded me of all of my theater teachers, honestly. Well, most of my theater teachers in high school. But he was like he was the actor, and when he just starts yelling at the audience, because I was just waiting for someone in the audience to tell him that the book that he was looking for was under the couch, and then he just yells, "This isn't The Price is Right!"
I loved when he started making fun of the university that it was taking place at.
Oh yeah, or that they respect theater in Carmel.
Oh, it's so true.
That was so funny.
That was a very on-point joke.
Yes. Which makes me wonder, like, because this is a touring show, so I'm like, okay, so when they first arrive, do they, like, because obviously they've got to have somebody who works at the university that they're connected with, or, like, wherever they are. Do they find, like, the tech person? They're like, okay, what's, like, the snobby place?
Oh, it's so true, though.
Right. Well, it landed. It was a good joke.
Oh, I feel so cool when you hit the dodges just right.
Yeah.
Help.
It was a very good show.
Yeah, I do recommend going to it. It was worth the watch.
Yeah, the only thing that I predicted would happen that didn't, and I was kind of surprised it didn't, just because like I thought that, because I know it's a British play. It's originally from like London. Oh geez. But my assumption would be, because I've seen like the 10 minutes that were performed at the Olivier Awards or whatever the British Theatre Award is.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting.
But I've seen that, and I knew they did British accents there. I was really hoping that somebody would be doing an accent and be doing it very poorly, or be like switching constantly. But I think that was accomplished with the like, it's kind of like the bad actor trope, and I think that was accomplished with the guy who played the brother. But I
Yeah.
was hoping for it.
Sable made good on her threat, but these guys aren't looking to team up.
Which is funny that they say that, because I haven't like done that at all this game. You know, it's
Right?
like, tired of you harassing our agents. You
Yeah.
mean by existing?
Right? You mean by when they shot at me?
Right, like,
Woo!
that just disappeared.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
I hate the flying ones.
I was telling Cody it was really nice though to finally go see a professional show. Not that I don't think going and seeing shows at Marion is like a bad thing, but it's a different level. And the last time we saw a professional show, I took Cody to see Book of Mormon when we first moved down here for his birthday. So it's been about 5 years.
And then you drove him nuts with the CD, as we found out last night.
No, that was in college. That was in college. I had the CD on in my car. And unfortunately, I didn't have one of those, CD players where you can put 6 CDs in.
Yeah, no.
So I only ever had the one CD. And it just so happened that whenever Cody rode in my car,
Yeah.
that was in. So,
And he married you anyway, though.
right?
You must have been real cute. Not that I'm implying you're not anymore.
He dealt with Book of Mormon. He claims he liked the show. I think most musicals benefit from the actual show.
I would agree. I think music that it goes with something benefits when you see what it is with, for the most part.
Well, and especially in
Oh
a
my
musical, just
gosh.
because there's so much.
Frickin' rocket launcher.
Well,
dudes.
okay. I will say it depends on the musical, but so many musicals are not just rock operas or operas in general. So like, by getting the music, you're only getting about 50 to 75% of the show. Versus like, okay, so as Rent's a good op. Do we want to?
Yeah, we will
I'll
continue
continue.
our talk about musicals next time. But until then, keep wandering, everyone.
Bye.
Hey, Wanderers, and thanks for listening to the Wandering Gamer Network play Spider-Man. We hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to hear more content from the Wandering Gamer Network, check out the link in the description below. We have several actual play podcasts, including City of Mist, our homebrew space adventure Outlaws Wanted, and many more. Until next time, keep wandering.